Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Virgins from Hell, also known as Maidens Revenge, an Indonesian exploitation action flick from 1987. Now, a few months ago I reviewed Lady Terminator, and if you enjoyed that film, this is another one that might be right up your alley. Now listen to this plot synopsis. It kicks off with a girl biker gang clad in leather hot pants, raiding a casino drug den. Now, the gang is led by two girls who saw the leader of the drug syndicate murder their parents and steal their land. So to take revenge, they train a gang of hot biker babes to take on Mr. Tiger, the bad guy. Now, unfortunately, they lose the battle early in the film and are taken prisoner. Now, incarcerated in a women's prison camp, which is kind of privatized, I guess you could say, they find themselves the playthings of the camp's vicious wardress. But worse, they are to be used as guinea pigs in an experiment aimed at producing an aphrodisiac drug that will turn all women in the world into helpless slaves. So that's your plot. The opening scenes set the tone, get some funny English dubbing, really funny English dubbing, and a woman murdering a sleazy guy with her legs, all set to the backdrop of music that was directly ripped off from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. So I know, right? I mean, I could end this review right now. Already, you should know if you want to watch this film. But this is not one of those exploitation films where it's really disturbing. It's really not like that. It's not graphically violent. There is some forced drug use and a few naughty moments, I guess you could say, but really there's no nudity at all in the film. And for the most part, it's kind of a delightfully cheesy and fun film to watch. You know, like for example, in terms of the action, none of the punches or strikes are that convincing. And the actors are kind of clumsy, really. None of these people are like really fine-tuned martial artists. They're just like normal actors attempting to throw punches and do action. So it's, it's kind of awkward, but it makes it entertaining in a film like this. In the production, they don't even really bother to use squibs that much. Squibs are those little tiny, I guess you could call them explosive devices where, if you shoot someone in a film, you want to see the destruction. Or if you shoot at someone in a film, you put squibs on the wall or the surrounding environment. So there's all those like bullet blasts, so to speak, that pop up. It gives the film more intensity for the shootouts. I don't think they use any squibs in the entire film. Maybe a few, but not many. So, it gives you an idea of the production value here. Also, a lot of the people that get shot kind of overact their deaths. And there's very few blood effects in this at all. There'll be scenes where somebody plugs someone with a machine gun like a dozen times. And you'll just see the person like fly back and you won't see any blood on them at all. So, this is what we're dealing with here. And by the end of the film, some of these bad guys refuse to die. So the good guy will plug them with a machine gun and they'll overact, but they won't die. So the good guy has to walk up to them and kick them in the head to finish them off. Because, a dozen machine gun bullets in the chest won't be enough to kill you. I gotta finish you off with a leg kick. So this is funny stuff. And as an added bonus, we get the best bullet extraction scene of all time. During the middle of the film, someone gets shot, and someone has to extract the bullet from their leg, I think, or their hip or something. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you anymore. Best bullet extraction scene of all time. But it's not all laughs, because I will say there are some legitimate positives to the action. For example, they do use real explosions, especially near the end. They're blowing up buildings near the end of the film, which is pretty impressive. They did put some effort into it. And there are a few outrageous death scenes to enjoy, which is pretty neat. Now, again, I must emphasize the English language dubbing is hilarious. The first speech by, the biker girl near the beginning of the film, she says something like, "You should have seen the look on his face when I shot him between the legs. but he won't miss him because he never really had him to begin with. And then she starts laughing hysterically. And then one of my favorite lines in the film, one of the girls gets imprisoned, and the guy, threatens to kill her, and her response to him is this: "You could try to kill me, but you'll never kill the truth." There's scenes in this movie that just make me laugh hysterically. And then, of course, all of the female characters are wearing, color-coded outfits. Like, we have girls that are dressed all in green, or all in blue, all in red, and then you have these other girls that are in, cheetah print outfits. It makes the film more colorful and amusing, but it makes no practical sense. All these girls are in the same biker gang. Wouldn't they have, a style to, a consistent style to them? It's so odd, but that's what we're dealing with in Virgins from Hell. The synth score, some of it they sourced is pretty neat, and I don't know where the cool synth stuff came from. But as I mentioned earlier, a good chunk of the music in this film was just ripped off wholesale from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome and I think Rambo 2. So if you've seen any of those films recently, you'll get some deja vu in the music in this. So there's no point in continuing this review. You should know if you want to watch this film or not. Really. I do think it's a high priority for fans of exploitation films from back in the day. If you're into this kind of thing, it's pretty high priority. And it is available on DVD. I think the Mondo Macabro DVD is still out there at a fairly reasonable price. So check it out if you think it's for you. And as always, I'll see you next time.